Welcome back to our Global IT Solution GITS Postman channel on lecture 02. Before you started this lecture, I highly encourage you to come to previous lecture related to this course. Let's get started and jump on the topics. So today we'll be discussing about post request and response, status code validation, key value validation from the response body, schema validation from the response body. This is all you need to know. All right. So this is the previous lecture, as you know, like that. This is the get list of users. So today we'll be grabbing another endpoint from the website aging post. So let's use this post create. So which means this is creating an account, the name, creating a name and the titles and the ID and the create time, right? So this is the response and create names. Let's go to that endpoints and grab the endpoints from here. So this is the API users, and let's go back. And this is our first one, API user 2, and this is our create post request and API users, and create a request, a new request, and modify that name. Let's say create names, and this is going to be a post request because as we are creating, let's use the endpoints, service endpoint, resource endpoint, and the parameters. Save it, and we need a body. So body will be a JSON format, so raw data and the JSON. Let's go get the body and paste it over here. So instead of their name, I'll be putting my name, and let's over here tech lead software engineer. So save it, and let's send the request to the database. Now you see my name is on the response. There is my name. There is a job titles. There is an ID which is a 312, and the created, what time it is created, right? And the status code 201. Now we'll be validating this status code, also the schema of it. So I think you are already familiar with it, how to create a test for it. So let's go ahead and add the test. I'll be copying from the test from here. And go to the create and paste it over here. So let's use the 200 status code. This is going to be 201 status code. Validate status code is 201, and the SLA we will have the SLA. So we don't need the specific hard-coded validation from the response body. We will be validating the schema of it. So let's copy that schema from here. Go to the website, which is the JSON schema.net, and paste it over here. Remove it, paste it, submit, and copy from here. So let's use the schema, replace the schema with the previous schema. Use this one. Okay. This is our schema, and on that schema we don't need that URL, schema URL. And it's talk about name, job, ID, and created at. This is the required field. And name is the object properties. It has a property type, default titles, and the name as an example. Tech lead as an example. So those are an example, that's fine. But we are validating basically as a data format. Right. Now if you send the request, So you see the test result 3 by 3 validate status code is, let's put over here, is created and 201. So created meanings is a 201 and response time is less than 200 milliseconds. Good. Response code 200 milliseconds. SLA, it's failing. You see, SLA is failing. It's not, it takes more than 200 milliseconds. It takes 213. So let's put over here, if we have a agreement, SLA agreement, which is a 500, so we can put a 500. So that means it should be passed within the 500. If it is not passing, we'll create a bug, defect for this program. So this is schema validation, key value validation, status code validation, post request and response. This is pretty much it, and you see the test results, right? And this is all about it. So we see the get request, post request. Also, let's say I want to do the delete request. So how do I do that? The delete. Let's go ahead and create another request with the delete. Now let's do the next lecture. Thanks so much for watching this lecture. Stay tuned for upcoming lecture for the rest of this course.